Thanks so much. And as you've seen, we are waking up to snowfall across Middle Tennessee and Kentucky and here in Nashville. Started to really come down. In the past hour, it's really picked up.
Yeah, sure has. News Channel 5's Blake Rosnowski is here in Nashville. When she headed out there this morning, there was nothing. Big difference now. We're seeing more and more snow where you are since we first saw you at 4 this morning. So what kind of other changes are you seeing, Blake?
It is cold, guys. It is very, very cold out here. You can feel the wind, even if it's just a light breeze, cutting through you. I can feel it through my hat. Just a very, very cold morning out here. And then couple that with the snow, just not a great recipe for hitting the roads this morning. I'm at the TDOT Salt Barn here off Centennial Boulevard, and it has been just a train of everybody coming in, filling up, and heading back out. And looking inside the salt barn, you can actually see a visible difference in how much salt they've already loaded up to get out onto the roads. We are now finally starting to see some accumulation onto the roads. So obviously couple that with some of the water and possibly icy slick spots. A little bit of snow on that can be some of the most slick conditions that I personally ever experienced. So just really important, if you don't have to hit the roads this morning, don't. And if you do, take it very, very slow. Go easy on the brakes and just make sure you're giving plenty of room for everybody. For now, we're live at the in North Nashville. Blake Rosnowski, News Channel 5.
All right, Blake, stay safe and get in that truck and get warm. Our northern counties under a winter storm warning right now. Montgomery County saw up to 3 inches, maybe more than that, up to 4 in some places. And News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy joins us live from there this morning. And I know folks are waking up to some of that fresh powder, but the main thing we're worried about is folks trying to get around today, Dan.
Yeah, of course, the road's always the big issue whenever we see a snow like this. And it is a fresh, powdery snow, good for packing, but it could have an impact on roads. Just look how pretty it is around us right now. Over here is Wilma Rudolph Boulevard. This is one of the main roads through Clarksville that we have seen several snowplows on throughout the morning, so they're making sure that those roads are treated. And just reading from the Clarksville Police Department's Facebook page right now, they say that road conditions range from icy to passable. They say the road crews have been hitting it hard all night, but in some places they haven't made a dent. In this particular area, we've seen them for quite some time. It's some of those secondary roads that you might encounter problems, but as a general rule, it's the main roads that have been treated. On our drive up here to Clarksville this morning, we noticed that on I-24 westbound, the further west you got, of course, the more snow we saw, but it was down to 1 lane, and we're panning off now to show you the general area of I-24. So if you have to head west to east going towards Nashville this morning using the interstate, you're going to want to leave plenty of time. News Channel 5's Nick Bear is also standing by right now with an update. Nick, what's it looking like where you are?
Yeah, Dan, as we've been all morning long, we're here at I-65 exit 108, kind of the Robertson-Sumner County line area right along there. And the conditions really have not changed too much. Take a look back behind me here. You see this is the off-ramp and a steady flow of traffic here making their way along West 76 and East 76 without too much problem. We haven't seen many snowplows make their way through here. Most of the traffic is going at a slower speed. They're trying to be cautious, but all morning long we have a situation here where the snow that's been falling is dry. You know how I know that I have feet? It's because I can look down and see them, because I can't feel them. Just within the past, I'd say hour or so, the temperature's dropped about 8 degrees here. We have about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of powdery dry snow, but not really causing any big problems right now for traffic. And I can see over there the interstate traffic making its way in this morning, perhaps a little bit of rush hour for morning traffic into Nashville, flowing smoothly right now. Just be cautious out there. We'll send it back to you now in the studio.
Nick, all right, thank you. Need some hand warmers in there.
He definitely does. So if you or someone you know, Nick, thank you, needs a warm place to stay this morning, we want to let you know about several shelters that are open right now. The normal shelters have increased their capacity, including the Nashville Rescue Mission on both its men's and women's campuses, as well as room in the Inn's Night Center. That's at 705 Drexel Street, where pets are allowed. There's also an overflow shelter at the Fairgrounds Vaughn building, which also allows pets. So we're keeping a close eye on the roads for you, as you know, with conditions as they're getting worse in some places. And of course, it's best not to drive if you don't have to. However, we know emergencies happen and some people don't get snow days, so be prepared if you have to travel. AAA recommends having blankets, gloves, and a hat in the car. Also bring water, food, any important medications if you're going a long distance. And keep at least a half a tank of gas in your car, and don't use cruise control on wet or icy roads. You got to be able to control that car, accelerate and decelerate slowly. And also you can dial star THP if you become stranded.